I turned down a lot of women. Don't ever get it fucked up.
Proud of you for that.
Like, I don't play that shit no more.
Yeah,
Can we get it for the dick discipline? Can I get a round of motherfucking applause? Because I didn't turn down a whole lot of good oysters.
I'm like, do you not consider sex? Sex is not sacred to you.
It's very sacred.
It is.
It is.
But once again.
But for a person that is very avoidant and that uses that as an outlet, they're not looking at it as if it's sacred.
You see what I mean?
But can sex be sacred and casual? That's what I was like.
It can.
Yeah.
See?
I think it all goes back to personal belief. In the end, a person that really values sex and want it to be a sacred place, you're gonna end up running into a brick wall and realize like I need to sit my ass down and I need to like really figure out what I need.
That is very important. But I give a great, you know what I'm saying, like dialogue with a woman for sure. My communication is top level too. I sit there and we're gonna get that. You know what I mean? Now all that open up and give, I'm not, you got to earn that for me as a man though, because I got so much to lose as a woman.
You have to earn that, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to hold you accountable. You have to earn it from a woman as well.
Welcome. I want to start this episode by thanking our sponsors, Online Therapy. Online Therapy is a CBT platform that specializes in matching you with a therapist, and they, from start to finish, help you become a happier you. They'll guide you through sections, worksheets, unlimited messaging, and live sessions that can be facilitated through live chat, text messaging, or video calls. So thank you to Online Therapy for sponsoring the episode. I have two of one of them ones with me at this moment. Author, entrepreneur, the God himself. Y'all might know him as Mr. Organik. I call him Jarvis.
Yes.
And accompanied with him, I have relational therapist Vantasia. We are going to be having a conversation today, not to diagnose Jarvis, but to get some healthy perspective on his thoughts, his point of views. We all know that he likes to talk about wealth. We all know that he likes to talk about health, and we all know that he likes to talk about himself. So we're going to get into that. And first things first, from both of you guys, whoever wants to start first, I want to know what helps you guys feel seen for your authentic self.
I mean, for me, it's always my best foot forward when it comes to being seen for myself is just let my pure thoughts be heard. Like, I don't filter myself. So when I'm doing that, I feel like the best. And then I get reciprocation from people that enjoy that. That made me feel like, okay, I'm at my highest point when I'm just me, just saying how I feel, straight from the heart, straight from the mind. And then people hit me back like, dog, man, you motivated me today. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's me. Yeah, now I'm activated. Now I can go harder for myself because I gave to somebody else. That gets me in my right perspective every time. That's my thing for sure.
I love that.
Yeah. What about you?
I would say just being me, just being authentic. Now, are you talking about in like the online space or just in general?
Just in general.
Yeah, I would say just being me, but also having discernment, like when you need to show up and what does seen even look like for you, because sometimes people can get caught up in like being seen and they're not staying true to themselves or taking time for themselves. So just being aware and then also using discernment.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely like I was having a conversation with one of my coaches, and he was telling me, he's like, you're like a dusty Lamborghini. He's like, your value is there. It doesn't even matter what year, but I just want to help you see yourself clearly. And it was like, that phrase just made me feel so understood because I was like, wow, first of all, Lamborghini, thank you. Yeah. Top level. And regardless of what year or whatever, he's just trying to help refurbish me, to like clean me up so I can, because we all get skewed, whether it's environment, whether it's the people that we're around, like it can get messy sometimes. So working with him, like, and him saying that to me and helping me feel like, wow, you get what I get about myself and you trying to bring it out of me. I was like, thank you for helping me feel seen.
Mm-hmm. And you see, a part of that is that discernment of who you're even allowing to pour into you and 100%. Who you're in partnership with, who you're in friendship with, because they can make you feel seen by just being yourself. You don't have to do anything, extra to be
Speaks
seen.
My language. Right. That's really what it is.
Yeah. Like when people get out of character, it's just something they got to deal with. And then that's a real, like a bad game of life when you just always got to gamble on how other people going to perceive me if I'm acting like this today or that, instead of just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. I just thrive on it. And once again, she's right, not letting so many people in your real circumference. I only talk to a certain amount of people, at all times. But, like, real personable, that's very, very small. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's a privilege to get to know somebody for real. Like, you just don't get that to nobody. Absolutely. So, but if you are yourself all day, every day, no matter what, people gonna respect that and keep their distance. And that's what I thrive on too, for sure. More people need to tap into themselves, you know what I'm saying, before they give it to somebody else.
Right, and find out their truth, right?
Yeah, like it's like it's a super like hero like quality if you know who you are at the highest level, you know. And with me, people think I'm putting on, but you be around me all the time. This is really me. But I'm so like this, they think I'm putting extra drop. Man, I don't care about you. This is how I am. I just got a problem with loving myself. Pardon me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to impress you or make you believe. Man, who is you? I'm me. I already won. So it's just I wish more people tapped into that.
So to that point, I know a lot of people I was one of the people that perceived you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did not, when I bumped into him, I was aware of him before we became acquainted with each other.
Yeah, how was you aware of me? No,
Oh my God.
We don't go into all the details.
And then I actually had a
She had
conversation.
discernment of me, right?
So then I actually had a conversation with him and I got to know Jarvis and I was like,
Okay, look, so this is how we're gonna get you more exposure using the pod equals MC square strategy, right? Then we're gonna bring out the air fryer and then connect it to the toaster oven method, right?
I think I wasted my money.
And after we do all this, we're gonna get you 1 million views and millions of subscribers.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I got you. Let me go get something.
What's this box about? Bro, what is that?
So we got your long form podcast right here, right? This is long form audio.
Okay, now I'm getting my money's worth.
You got a service to get more exposure, get more views, and get more call to action to get more sales.
Let's go.
This is what you need to do to get more of this. Now do you understand?
I completely get the vibe now. Before, I don't know what you was talking about, but this right here, we're gonna make a lot of money.
he's really raw. Like we got along really well. So do people's wrong perception of you bother you? Or what do you know that people wrongly perceive of you?
Only thing I don't like when people have their own like perceptions of me when it's something disrespectful or just some violations. Personally or like personality, I don't care. When you say something crazy, it is like now I deserve to slap your teeth out your mouth. Anything outside of that, I don't care. If it's just like personality clash, I don't like this. That's fine. If you get to know me, you understand it's not like that. Or that's your fault. You're not going deep enough. Like I interview any and all type of women, right? But they'll be like, oh, you only got OnlyFans girls. I only had 2 OnlyFans girls on my shit. I got 40 guests. Like you're not going deep enough. You see what I'm saying? You're just going off what you want to see.
They're not going beyond the surface.
And
There
I
we
want to
go.
make a point. Sorry to cut you off. A point to what you said. Like when you first like saw him or just knew of him, you didn't like him. And I think with a lot of people, it can be like, you know, I think this person is a certain way, but maybe it's something within myself that I need to deal with. Maybe they're confident, they're living in their truth, and that's something that I need to work on. So I'm, you know, trying to blame them or like put certain names on them. I know when we spoke last night and you kind of briefly told me some things and how like people think that he's a narcissist or like they don't like him and, you know, just throwing around terms, but it's like maybe you need to look within, you know, because he's just being confident and being himself.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think he's in the limelight, right? And a lot of his messaging, what goes viral is a certain type of messaging.
Yeah.
And I think people do not go beyond the surface to go beyond the clips or even to see the full podcast episode. Like
Right.
they're just literally looking at the clips. And because when I talk about this man all the time. Like he literally has come up in my own podcast shows multiple times.
Right.
And any man that I talk to, they're like, I don't think he says anything wrong. I don't think he says anything wrong
Right.
either. But it's like women, I understand that women, like if you're a girl's girl or, you know, you're just very pro women, hearing him talk is like, he be talking about hoes, he be talking about bitches, he be, you know, this, that, and the third. But it's like, if you're not a hoe, and if you're not...
See, there you go. See what I'm saying? And that's the part that most women don't go to the next level. They're hearing me talking about these certain category of women. Are you in that category? And if you are, that's something, is these bad things I'm saying that...
But I guess if you're a girl's girl, like I can like if you're a woman's woman,
Right.
You're not trying to hear women be talked about in that way in general, even if that's what they are.
But it's the truth. If it's the truth, it's the truth. If I'm saying something false, then, you know, move me accordingly. But if it's real, why are you offended? If it does offend you, fix your life. I'm not telling you, you know what I'm saying, something that ain't true. Or I'm not bashing all women. I never bash all women. Once again, I'm raised by all women. I love women. Mm-hmm. They did nothing but help me my entire life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, I don't understand that, but I get it because they're not going in depth or going far enough. So that's the only thing. But once again, as long as it ain't nothing disrespectful or he must be gay because I don't. Now you went too far. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, because I know who I am. I done worked on myself, and I got standards for me. You want to put me in something I'm not? That's disrespectful now. You see what I'm saying? Like, you kidding me? That's the only stuff that's weird. But all that little miscellaneous, man, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't bless me. You know what I mean?
So to the point of you working on yourself, how did you get to this point? Like, what was your personal development journey like, and where did it start?
It comes from endless work and belief. That's it.
Because you was in the basement.
That was 8 years ago. And I'm 43, so let's get some understanding of the life I had to live for 30-something years and believing and going hard and being this same person. My family, my friends, they didn't see on my podcast, see on my vlogs, they'll tell you I've been the same person this entire time. So imagine my brain. I feel like I was in a psychiatric asylum because I believe in myself this much and I'm in a basement, 30-something. You know what I'm saying?
You feel like you was born with that, or was there like a pivotal
I was born
moment?
with that. I was always the top level hustler. I always talk since a kid. My mama tell you, like, I want to have her on the podcast so she could really break it down. Like 5th grade, I'm telling I'm gonna be a millionaire. Mom, don't worry about nothing. 7th grade, I'm out here hustling, I always had this mentality. So for it to take so long, it was a lot on me, right? But I never gave up hope, and I proved myself right. So how dare I ever relent my greatness to anybody when I know I worked on this and I believed on this since I was a kid, and it happened. You got the wrong guy. I wasn't no nerd. I wasn't no weirdo that got all of a sudden. No, same cool motherfucker put his balls to the wall, put my life on the line for this glory and the spot I got today. And it happened. So you think I'm gonna belittle myself when I had to risk everything I ever dreamt of, my whole sanity for this, and it worked? Man, no, I'm not giving up nothing. And I never will, and I'm not stopping. So if people don't get that, I understand. I'm not a normal person. I never will be. Never have been. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the line? You feel like you cocky?
No.
So what's the line between confidence and cockiness?
See, I'm in my own category. I'm factual.
Okay.
We're going off stats and facts. We're going likes and dislikes. We're going on population. Look at my categories. Look who I am. Look how I talk. Look how I look what I got. These are facts. Confidence don't even come to the equation. That comes through hard work and believing in myself, and things happen, ups and downs, recovery. That gives me a lot of confidence in myself. But like appearance and how I speak, that's just what it is. These are facts. Simple and plain. I don't even got to go off no confidence. You can see it. You know what I mean? So like some people got fake confidence or fake. I think that's like a facade when people be extra confident and cocky. Man, you see what this is. Is that facts. This is money. This is power. This is in the gym. This is smart. This is funny. This is having sex with women. They love it. These are all proven facts. This ain't no facade. What? I don't need confidence. So
so I can get a little bit more context, because this is my first time meeting Mr. Organik.
Hello.
And knowing of him when you introduced me to him, or about him when you reached out to invite me on the podcast. So you were, in a basement?
Yeah, 8 years ago, I was in the basement paying $600 a month living under an old white lady. Yeah.
Okay. And so you feel like that kind of messed you up, or? It
ain't messed me up. It was just the process of believing in yourself and still not there. You know what I'm saying? Being 30-something and paying $600 a month and, having these big expectations of yourself, and it's not happening yet. So it didn't mess me up. It was just like, damn.
You weren't where you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm working hard, and it wasn't like I'm putting out the effort. I'm doing everything. I've been making clothes since 15 years ago. The same shit, the same logos. I've been putting up videos in my story of they'll show me talking the same. 2015, I'm the same person. But that time I was in the basement. But yeah, so it was just like, damn, is it gonna happen? I'm gonna put my work in, but it's gonna happen. So it was my whole life I felt that way. So being in the basement wasn't. That's just part of the process, but yeah, I always felt that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to say that Vantasia is not here to diagnose Mr. Organik.
Yeah.
We are here to have a candid conversation and just to get some healthy insight from a therapist. So I want to ask you, what do you tell your clientele when it comes to confidence and like that borderline of cockiness? Like, what have you found, or what are your thoughts on that?
So most of the clients that I work with that do struggle with their confidence, I kind of first find their ground. Like, at what point did you realize that maybe you struggled with your confidence? Like, at what point did you realize maybe I didn't love myself, or I thought more about what somebody else think of me than what I think about myself. So I kind of start there. That's a good question about like the line between, because I don't think I really talk about that a lot. But it's really just whatever, like you said, whatever your definition of that is. I feel like as long as you're not belittling anybody, you're not being rude, you know, and you're just still being kind and showing empathy within your character, then you can be as confident as you want to be. And whatever anybody else has to say or feel about that, that's their own personal things that they need to work through.
See, and that's what I say all the time. People think, they be like, oh, he's not humble. I'm like, who am I? I can. Trust me, I can shit on you, talk bad about you to the oblivion. I make you jump off a fucking bridge if I want to, because I can. Ain't nothing you able to do physically, mentally, monetarily, whatever. I'm with war in all categories.
But we don't want that. We don't
do that, right?
Right.
People just don't pay attention to the details. When I'm talking to women,
misinterpret it because they already think you doing it.
And that's the shame, because I'm not, because I can. And if I wanted to go viral or I really wanted, I could, and I don't. You know what I mean? There'd be women saying things about me, and I take it in stride and break it down with emotional intelligence and give them real conversations on my side. I don't even go into them as they go into me. They ask me a question. If I ask them back, it would squash them, and I know that I don't even go there on them. I clarify it. Okay. Why is she questioning you? It's okay. I can handle it. She probably can't. Boom, boom, boom. I don't even go back like that, and I can. That's why I only mess with the elevated. I ain't here for the people that I ain't got time for that. I didn't put too much work. I believe in myself too much, and you probably don't. You know what I'm saying? If you can't take this confidence, this energy to grow yourself, you take it as negative, I can't save you. Because there's something there that's you got to work on your own. I'm on here who take this shit and run with it too, that get it. If you don't get it, God bless you. That's why it's organic, man. Everybody can't afford this shit.
So to the point of values, I want to know what I know you value wealth. I know you value health. I know you value pussy to a point.
Yeah, to a point.
But anything other than the external.
Yeah.
Give me characteristics. What are things that you value that you allow in your inner circle?
I value creativity at the highest level. Okay. I value risk takers. I value responsibility. What? Like, those things shine so bright. A person that's willing to take a risk, you know, go after their dreams and then being able to sustain that. I see that. Hard work ethic. Oh, man, you ain't got to have it all. Because I didn't. I know I was just in the basement. I ain't going to look down on you. But I see that grind. When I saw you, I want to do podcasts. I seen that in you. Oh, I'm going to tell you everything. Look where you at now. I pay attention to that shit.
He introduced me the other day as his prodigy, and I was like, please.
But that's the stuff I pay attention to. You know, hard work ethic, beliefs. You know, it stands so at a high rate for me because I just know what it did for me, and I know if people tap into their self-work, it goes. So like, all that other stuff is cool. I'm here for the glory. I feel like I'm one of the most legendary humans to ever step foot on this earth, and it's my job and my duty to prove so in all facets of life, and I stand on it. So I just move a little different. You got to have a lot of money to me to be that glorious. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that influence and a voice behind it. You know what I mean? And as a man, you got to be able to, you know, please a woman at the highest level. Because your woman, you ain't, that's, I think it's like, you ain't no man if a woman like, yeah, he cool, but his dick little, he'll not fuck. Nigga, you lame. If you ain't got that almighty ride on top of that too, nigga, you ain't one of them one. I'm sorry. I don't care. Wrong. So that's why that plays a vital role. Mm-hmm. That word of mouth must travel.
No, you vary everything you just said you value, you are in alignment with your values. And
so people like, just catch those, the money and the working out and the women. Yeah, because y'all on surface level. Mm-hmm. Go deeper and see what I'm talking about every day. Mm-hmm. Go deeper where I'm at. Where do you see me at? Think of, I ain't been to a club in 8 years. I ain't partying. I don't never drunk it. All y'all paying into this. I never drunk alcohol in my fucking life.
He's never
I'm straight
drank,
disciplined and who you think I am? What are you mad at? Show me. You don't want your son to be like me? A girl that's on the podcast, would you want your daughter to, do you want your motherfucking son to be like me that retired his mom? She don't worry about shit. I call her right now, she'll cry. What I do for her? Right. What? Answer that question. Mm-hmm. What have I done?
Why you didn't ask that back?
Because I was being calm. Once again, I gave you an example of that. I let her live. Mm-hmm. But I could have said that. You
don't want to take it there.
Right. You don't want, you sit here struggling, talking about a nigga got to pay you to fuck. What if your son retired? You ain't got to ask no man to have said you can like somebody who you like. How about that? Let's think about that.
Well, that's the thing about social media. Because, I mean, people only get to see whatever picture or whatever you're putting out to them. If you don't talk about those things, maybe that's just not what your brand is centered around, which is fine.
But I do.
But
I constantly
thought
talk
you
about it.
didn't.
No, I do. No, I said they don't see it. The
But-
part about
okay.
the part I'm saying, like, I didn't ask her, would you want your son to be like me? I didn't ask that. But when it comes to not drinking, not smoking, I say it all the time. People overlook that. They think it's like that's a joke. There ain't no joke to be a 43-year-old black man from the hood that never done that in life. Don't have no kids. Oh, you got a problem. No, I'm smart. I'm 43 and no kids and looking like this and slinging big dick my whole life. Something about me, that's a little elevated, don't you think? You better hold that in high regard.
I think it's his delivery that people can't even get the messaging through because his delivery comes off a bit abrasive.
Okay.
And if you are not, I mean, real recognize real. Like I never judged him in a way of like his messaging. I just knew what I knew from the person that told me about him. And I was just like, you know, you doing what you're doing with him. Like I didn't even want to dive deep into it. And I was just like, all right, you got it, girl. Like if that's who you like, that's who you like. So I was just backed off of that as well. But I'm telling you, this man gets brought up in a lot of conversations for me. And every time I get feedback, especially from a woman, it just sounds like in communication, I feel like people don't want to go deeper beyond the delivery. Like, what is this person actually saying? And like, are they actually saying something valuable? But the delivery is just, maybe it's not there's Tony Robbins, there's the ETs. You got to figure out whose voice can speak to you. There's
Absolutely.
Brene Brown's. You got to figure out what voice speaks to you. So I understand his voice doesn't speak to everyone, but it doesn't take away the facts of the situation. And I think that's what gets misinterpreted is through the delivery.
Yeah, people do that. Like even like that last viral clip when I was standing on a street talking. Like once again, there's entertainment behind it too.
The red bottom hat?
Yeah. $1,200 hat, by the way. Talking, what kind of hat? You better look that up. Keith James. You know what I'm saying? They ain't talking shit. I'm like, no, this is the most expensive hat in the world. You fucking idiot.
I'm not gonna lie, I talk shit about
but
it.
it's okay. Once again, people don't know shit. You got to stay up here with it.
Though. At least I asked.
And I put
said,
your
what
game.
is that hat about?
That's what
That's
I'm saying.
what I was about to say. Just educate. If they don't know, you don't have to like.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's why I stay up here with the motherfuckers who get it, man. Because you motherfuckers down here, I got to do too much work. I didn't work my whole life. You feel me? Goddamn, I got to feed the motherfuckers. So, but even in that, right? So if you look at the video, like in the beginning, he asked me, what would a woman get from you if they mess with you, whatever. And the first thing I said, and they always skip this part, I give a woman everything she wants and dream of. That's what I have as a man, and that's what I give to my woman. First thing I said. But I said, let me get to this. Then I get to all the other shit. But they forget that first part. You see what I'm saying? What do a woman hope and dream of? Man with money, man look good, man got integrity more. Ain't that what a woman want and dream of? No one ever brings that part up. Once again, they go to the other part when I'm talking crazy. But that's the first statement I said. It's like I can't help people don't understand the high level of my delivery. It's a little different. I got my own way of talking. But if you get it, you get it. If you don't, then shit. Hey, man, I'm me. Where you at? I think it worked for me pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I see it.
Nah, it did for sure. So you've overcome, you fit. I met him in the gym.
Yeah.
You've overcome wealth.
Right.
So where we at with relationship?
That's my biggest battle because it never was in my equation of life. This is probably where you come into effect. Like I grew up, you know what I'm saying, like a lone wolf. I had my mom there and there wasn't no dad and nothing like that, but I was a really, really bad kid. So imagine this energy in a 7, 8-year-old, but all the time, right? Running around, fighting, doing what I want to do, say what I want. And on top of that, it wasn't no love there. So it wasn't like, hey, I love you, son. Let's go to the park and let's eat dinner. I never seen that a day in my life. I was raised by nothing but gangsters, real hardcore people. My mom was a top-level hustler, got money, and my dad died in prison. So all I had was tough shit. You know what I'm saying? Thank God nothing ever happened to me. I was always offensive. No one touched me. No one talked bad to me, beat me as a kid, nothing. I was just a terror, right? Just from birth. I don't know what the hell. I was born a little different. But it goes to show that I wasn't raised around love. I never knew like, hey, baby, I never seen this. Never seen no couples and, you know what I mean? Had no, I love you, son, from my, you know what I mean? I didn't start saying that to my mom till in my 30s. And my brothers and shit, we always was separate. You know what I'm saying? Then I was a bad kid again. My mom I had 5 kids, so I was the baddest one. She'd send me to my auntie, send me to my grandma. So I was moved around. And then I go to these new environments. Once again, the new kid, you got to prove yourself. You got to be able to talk shit. You got to be able to fight. That elevated my components, which is okay for me because it paid off later. But it was equation of love and all this bullshit was never in my circumference, right? I get to high school, it's just like I'm raised by my older brother and his friends. They just ball players. You know what I'm saying? They selling drugs. They getting girls. I'm with them in college parties, 14, 15. And I just know get girls and be cool. You don't like no girl like that, bro. Have your fun when they gonna play you. This is what I was always taught. You know, it was no love her and take her. No, get money, nigga. Make sure she motherfucker brings something too. This all I ever known since 15 years old. So it wasn't no love ever seen. So I never even thought about relationships, and it was just women you getting around me. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna have my fun, but give you everything so you can hurt me? Put a kid in you, you could take advantage of me? You know what I'm saying? Like you got control of me. I love you. I'm giving everything to you, and then you can just play with my feelings? Oh, hell no. And it might come from getting shipped around as a kid, right? It ain't gonna leave me. You know what I'm saying? It might come from that. I don't know.
So do you feel like you're basing relationships off of survival instead of unconditional love?
Oh, most definitely.
You feel like you've ever experienced unconditional love?
Women always love me a lot. Mm-hmm. Did I give it back? Probably not as that much in life. Because once again, I'm worrying about it's survival. You know what I mean? And that probably plays a role too, right? Me being in these impoverished areas, getting shipped around. It's always survival. Got to worry about me. Nobody worry about me. They sending me away.
No stability.
No stability. I got to get money. We poor. I'm talking about pay less shooting. Fuck that. I got to sell drugs now. I'm in high school. I leave my mom's crib, go stay with my brother. We got the weed. I'm sophomore high school, like this, pockets. I got to get the money. I can't be poor. I got time to worry about a woman and give up the money. And man, I got to be rich. So yeah, that never was in my mind. Like, and it's still to this day. Like, I'm like, shit, I'll be with a woman. She got to have 10 million. At least.
Yeah, he's one of them ones. We're going to get into that.
Shit.
My question to you is, how do you propose that someone that comes from a base of survival, and that's all that they know, but they may crave unconditional love? Because as much as he may not say it, I feel like as humans, it's something that we all want to experience at least once in our life. And I mean, I have my theories that maybe unconditional love only comes from like your parent. Like I received it from my godparents. So I don't know if it's just only that parent-child type of relation, but how do you suggest that somebody can move through and like heal that type of wound in a way?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So definitely the self-work, which it sounds like you've been doing, but in another way. To really like look within and maybe give yourself something that you've never had. Because based on what he said, I'm hearing like avoidance. I'm hearing some trust issues. It seems like you didn't really have a stable like environment, so you didn't know stability. So now it's like I'm still just going. You didn't allow emotional connection in any situation. You didn't have that even when you were growing up. So now it's like, I'm just getting to the money. I want somebody else that's getting to the money, like, because you don't want to see nothing else but the money.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's not what, I understand that money is important. We need money to survive. We need money to have nice things. I get it. But that's not love. You know, that's not emotional connection. That's not safety. Because if you lost it all today, this woman that may have 10 million, she might not even be able to give you what you really need. That's
true. And it's very important because if you have that balance of a real woman, they love you for real. You ain't got to worry about nothing, right? And I had a couple of those in my life. I got it. I just didn't give it back, to be real. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot. I'd say like 3-4 girls I know would have did anything for me. Still will to this day. But did I give it back? You know what I'm saying?
It's a choice.
It is a choice.
It's a choice. You can decide, I want to be in a healthy, loving relationship. I want to have emotional depth. Right. I want to have connection. It's a choice.
But it feel like to me, if you do that, it just takes away from the thing I'm chasing, which is that supreme, you know what I'm saying, glory. It just feel like if I get that to a woman, like, oh, I'm just gonna be lovey-dovey, it's taken away from my grind and I could be wrong. It could add to it. I didn't see people add to it, but just in my mind, I just feel like that'll slow me down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just imagine I got a girl and I do a podcast with both of y'all. Who the girl? Well, who these girls? Let me look them up. Oh, no, they look good. She got them burgundy strips. I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, don't talk to me about that. I'm handling business. What's wrong? Even them dialogue. Come on, you slowing down the glow. You trying to run up the bag. Why'd you bothering me? And I don't like to be questioned about nothing. Told what to do. Maybe that's what
you need. Maybe you need to slow down. Damn, you know how people have seasons of life? Maybe this season is let's hustle, let's get this money. Maybe this season is let me just slow down and really learn what love is. How can I love myself and do that in a way where money don't have nothing to do with it? Where women don't have nothing to do with it. But me really sit down and give myself what I know that I need. Or let me find out what is it that I need. Maybe I need to talk to a therapist. Maybe I need to sit down and write out my thoughts.
Come on, man. Never in life.
Oh, my gosh.
My first time talking to one type. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My first time having this dialogue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what you need. You know, and of course, again, we're not here to diagnose. We're just here to get
Oh, you going to be my therapist?
Hey, I'm always accepting new clients.
Hey, I ain't no client now.
So
no.
do you guys believe that a man can have both extreme success and a thriving relationship, or is one of them going to get sacrificed?
I think it's possible.
Again,
it's a choice. You can choose to compartmentalize, you know, what's important, and you can be successful and have a woman that adds to that she can make you more successful. You know, everything is really a choice, and we get to decide what we're going to invest our time in, what's important to us, what is it that we need, what are we going to do to make sure that we get what we need. You know, what do we value?
Right.
Yeah. I think it's possible. It's super rare, especially going for the highest levels, because in the, day we don't know what's going on inside those households. You know what I mean? Look good on the
100%.
outside, but it's a business relationship. They got stuff going on the side. You know what I mean? I'm talking about some real deal. I love you for real, and we added on. Like, I got a friend who has that situation, and it's glorious, and I seen it from maturation. But overall, it's like, are people really, you know, in love for real when they do those type of situations? Or is it business? You know, are they happy? Are they got stuff going on the side? We don't know for real. So I can't even say, like, especially going for the top of the top, when you one of those ambitious people, it don't, because anybody ever seen that was like that, it didn't work. Jeff Bezos, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn Michael Jordan, like Tiger Woods. Like, show me people, and I guess it's entertainment, I don't know, but the people I see that was top of the top, it always crumbled with the woman. Then on top of that, the richest women of all time, you know where they got their money from?
divorce.
So, like, damn, what I get out of this? What do I get out of marrying you and being in love, go to the top, and you take half my shit? Oh,
there's ways that you can protect yourself.
Hey, but it still got to go through it.
There's prenups, there's trust, there's...
Yeah, that's trust and all that does work, but the prenup stuff, you still had to go to court. They forged me. I didn't see it all. Come on.
There's ways that you can protect yourself.
Yeah, don't do it.
No,
oh my God.
100%.
You can't.
Jarvis.
You can't go through life trying to avoid things. You
Yeah,
know, you can't. You cannot do that. Then you're not gonna be able to experience the love that you need.
Yeah, that's true though. That's
you
true.
don't, like you said, you don't know what's going on in these people's house. So Michael Jordan and all of these people that you're talking about, you don't know what they had to deal with or why the final verdict was what it was for their divorce or their marriage or whatever. So I really think it's really about just staying focused on you and, you know, whoever you're gonna be with or whatever it is that you need, and maybe you can be the change.
Right. It's definitely always the choice, you know. And I just never really sat down and was like, man, I'm really gonna focus on being with one girl, and it just seemed like that'll fuck up so much. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, even me just saying that right there, had my eyes got bucked, cause it's like, man, you giving up so much, and shit just crumble.
What are you giving up to be with one person? Options or?
I mean, options too, but then it's like full freedom. I'm just a freedom person. I like being free. I like my glory of doing what I want, how I want.
And that's why you find a woman that matches that lifestyle. Maybe someone is free-spirited and they just like to go. Some women are secure within themselves and they're not going to be nagging you or, you know, worried about where you at, why you're not texting back. But you got to know how to show up for them so they don't even have to do that.
That reassurance. Because to be real, I want to be real today. Can we be real? Because we going to be. So, like, I do have a girl that I do talk to, like, on that type of time, right, for a while. And we connected. And I'm growing within the space of understanding what reassurance is, right? Because I am a person that's out there, talk the way I talk, do what I do. And she does accept a lot. And it still be on the point sometimes when she asks me certain things, I don't want to even answer it. But I feel like I'm growing to the space of understanding, like, that's wrong. All she wants is some reassurance. Is reassurance very important to women, or is it just like something they say?
For sure.
It's absolutely important.
Yeah.
We can't read minds. We don't want to have to. Y'all don't want to read our minds. We don't want to read your mind either. So I guess the best thing to do is ask a question.
Right.
And then if you disregard the question, it's like, you don't care enough to just answer my question?
Yeah, I'm a very disregarding motherfucker. I am. And dismissive, too. Yeah.
At least you know it about. Yeah. So if you wanted to be in a long-term committed relationship, do you know what would need to change?
To be real, that's crazy. It's all OB. Because the motherfucker be nicest in the world. Even that shit, she be letting me ride. It still be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want nothing.
And that's because you know that you don't, like, you feel like you can do whatever it is, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, like, who gonna tell me that I
Right.
can do? But when you're in a relationship, you can't be that way.
Yeah, because then it'd be like, okay, if I can't do that, then bye. I'm gonna go back to doing what I want to do. Because what's gonna change about my life? To be real, nothing. Like, it's cool. Don't ever get it fucked up. You're a great woman, but trust and believe, I'm gonna be A-okay.
But guess
You
what?
might not be.
Guess what's still missing?
That love.
The love, the emotional intimacy, the connection, the vulnerability, all of those things
That
are
trust,
still
huh?
missing. And that's what I'm not gonna say that's what you're running from, but that's what it sounds like.
No, because that's a lot though. For a man of me, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot to give. You know what I mean? Like, to really tap into my real brain, my real not even insecurities, just my real, like, what's it like when shit
Relationships are mirrors.
vulnerable
though.
stuff. Like being
Yeah.
vulnerable
Yeah.
It's hard.
and then giving that information to somebody in our field of life, like that's like gold. Like, a motherfucker really know, hey, I don't like this, baby, and she get to run off with that information. Yeah, it's trust like a motherfucker. I got no trust for
But
shit.
you see why you think she's gonna run off?
I don't,
Like, why
because
does
motherfuckers
That's
always run
abandonment.
off.
That's abandonment issues.
Yeah, I was abandoned
You
kid.
you had some instability going on.
No stability. Yeah, I had to figure it out.
So I get it, and those are things that you have to work through. And when you work through them with the right person, with the right tools, you can get to a place that is a good place for you, a good space.
Yeah, because it comes from friends too. Like, you didn't put that into friends and it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? They use that, and because that's where it happened more so than the women. Even your close friends that get your information and run off and make you look crazy, or you will lean on them for something, y'all bye bye. Then you find out, damn, you just left me and you just talking about me like this, you motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine what a girl would do if you sitting there pillow. You already know the most potent information, that pillow talking. How you done saying that thing sideways, woke up, pulled the pants to the side, and you laying there chit chatting in the ear, and then she get to run off with the good intel and the microchip in the brain. Oh, she got the whole goddamn SIM card. Ooh, that's
So
dangerous.
back to discernment.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely. Know your values. Ask the right questions before you even giving people like certain information.
So
about
when
you.
do you get to a level when you that comfortable, like, I'm just gonna be pure and I'm gonna give you everything, and with the talk and the energy,
But
like,
to the point that you were saying about being a risk taker, love is a risk.
woo, but that's a
is.
different type of risk.
There's no guarantee that this person is going to continue loving. Like, it's the other side of the coin. But
Right.
that's what makes it so potent to a certain extent, that it's like, okay, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's the unknown of it, and I'm taking a risk knowing that this person can possibly hurt me.
Yeah.
Just like that situation, you can fail from it and you could lose everything. Like, it's risk taking.
But like, it's different though, because that emotion of you give your heart to a woman for real. That ain't nothing. We get some
You
money.
ain't gonna die. You know
Shit,
you come
I done
out of
seen
worse.
motherfucker that died now. Motherfucker that killed.
You scared that's gonna be the
You know
one
what I'm
that
saying?
kills
Motherfucker
you?
that died and killed.
You feel like
that might be the Achilles type for the back of the foot. Shit, that might be the one to take me out. If I just give my heart to all of this girl, and then she got there, do me crazy. Oh no.
Love is a risk. It definitely is a risk. And it's worth taking.
And I feel like you learn the most of yourself through relationship. You have to have a mirror. You have to allow someone to trigger you. Like, you will be fine in a padded room. Everything is safe in a padded room by yourself. It's when somebody comes up in there and starts tussling with the childhood stuff, or showing you like how you're talking to them, and you know, like all these relationships, friendships, romantic relationships especially, are all mirrors. So if you do want to go beyond the surface with yourself, it is like, you gotta get, and you've overcome a lot.
Yeah, God
That's
is
just
great.
like your one.
But then it's
your
like,
one last one.
Yeah, but in truth, in the details, it's like, okay, if I did, what I'm gonna get out of that though?
Stuff you can't buy, Jarvis. You can't buy
Absolutely.
nothing that we're talking about.
But it's like I give up my freedom to one person. But what I'm getting out of that?
What if she's like you? What if you just found a female you?
That's what I be asking for. That I be wanting.
All right, so describe it, because
That's difficult. You see what the fuck going on here? I would go find this again. And come on now.
Jarvis.
No, I'm joking.
But that may not be what you need.
Yeah, it might
Also
not.
that.
Might be the complete opposite, right? Yeah, that's
a
true.
bar.
That is true. But and see, that's what I think is that, once again, shout out to my dog Slim and his wife Jazz, right? That's my news of how I look at it, because they are that, right? They complete opposites, but they boom. And it's kind of crazy, and we talk about shit, it's kind of weird, but it's almost like how me and his relationship is. Like, we opposite, but we like this. And she's just like that. She's like a female version of me, but with him. And it's opposite. So like I be thinking I want another me type right here with me, but it's like I probably do need a person that's not like me, but they get me and boom, right? And it's something because he challenges me like, hey bro, you did come talk, bro, how you do it? You know what I mean? Can I relent that to a woman to be able to talk to me like that and check me and have these conversations and grow with? That's a difficult situation for me because I'm so in a dominant mode. And then, you know what I mean? But it did work for my dog. We went and made millions together. And if I did, and I relented that for him, because no one could talk to me. No nigga, nothing. I slap the shit out of motherfuckers. Hey, bro, why you talking? Shut the fuck up. Hey, man, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of guy, and people know it. Like, you risking your life coming at me crazy. But I was able to get that to my dog, and it took us to the next level. So I'm like, motherfucker, y'all help me out today. Hold on.
Do you feel like you're defensive?
Very.
And that stems from other things that you probably need to work through as well.
What's that? Where it come from?
I mean, look at everything that you've told us
It's
about, your past and kind of your upbringing.
He's always had to protect himself.
War mode. Yeah.
You've
mode.
always
By
had
myself.
Always had to protect yourself.
Yeah.
You clearly you value money.
Got to have it.
I've heard you say the word glory several times.
Yeah, the top of the top.
So that's just what you believe in, and you know that in order to get those things that you need to, like you can't fuck up.
Right.
And that makes you feel like what?
It feels like I got to stay on that path because I came so far and I came from nothing of nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like I came so far, I can't stop now. That's the feeling. Mm-hmm. And a woman could add to it, or it could fuck up. It's another risk. I done took all these risks and I prevailed and won. It's another risk. But is this reward gonna add up to these rewards of these risks I took? The money, the fame, the motivation, inspiration I gave to the world. You know what I mean? Like the freedom. And if I get a girl by my side, is that gonna expedite that? I'd never seen it really. You know what I mean? So it's like, I seen this. I seen people take risks in business or travel and do things and seen the glory out of that. I ain't never really seen a motherfucker take a risk with a girl and then go boom. You know what I'm saying? Like I see a good relationship. It's cool. You sitting there stable, but is it the glorious of glories?
You've never heard the quote that says, behind every powerful man is a powerful woman?
Yeah, but I also saw that all the wars start with women and over women and all. I see niggas get killed over.
See, you see how people be
Yeah.
paying attention to one part of you?
Yeah.
I feel like you paying attention to one part of the certain sides of the
I'm scared of it.
relationships.
You have to stay out of that. So to take away all the stuff that you're talking about,
Right.
what do you feel like you really want at the end of the day? When we're not talking about money,
Right.
We're not
I was
talking
about to say, clarify that.
we're not talking about,
We could cut that off. I just want to be that. I know I'm an inspiration and motivation to a lot of people. So I want to be able to people look at me and be like, damn, I could be like him, or he motivated me to change my life from health to wealth to believing in himself to starting own companies to traveling, to like being a solid real person. Like that's my thing. I just want to be one of those figures in history that they look at like, damn, that was that guy. I don't remember Mr. Organik, man. Because people come up to me all the time. 'Cause I did make a genre of influencing that wasn't there before, from the cars and lifestyle as a black man from the hood. I don't know if you noticed or not, but 8 years ago, there was no black influencers on YouTube and being themselves, not being no family channel, not being a goofy and doing pranks, being a real nigga from the streets, from nothing in the basement. I showed them the basement to Malibu, 6 supercars, all the jewelry in the world right before your fucking eyes. So now I had kids growing up like, damn, I could be like Organik. I get these cars, get this life. I opened up a portal that you don't have to be an athlete. You don't have to get a degree. You could be yourself and be wealthy. You could be yourself and be rich and be free. I gave that to the world. So it feels like to me also that I must sustain this to keep growing it, to show how far you can go by doing this. So it's almost I sacrifice my own personal, lifestyle for the greater good of being this person that goes to the top by being himself. So I might not get the marriage and the kids, 'cause I never thought about that either. I never was a guy. I want to pick a fence and wave Claire Hustable and all that shit. You see how his ass turned out. I never thought about that. I always thought about that, being that person like, damn, I could be like Organik. I could retire my mom. You know what I'm saying? I could take my niece and nephew to Disney World and get whatever they want. That's dope shit to me.
Okay. Thank you for answering that question.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Let me rephrase the question.
All right.
How do you want to feel outside of the way you feel when it comes to the money, the glory, all of these things? How do you feel like you truly want to feel? Or if those things left today,
Yeah.
how do you want to feel? Not like Just when it comes to you.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about anybody else.
Yeah.
We're not talking about influence. We're not talking about money. We're talking about Mr. Organic.
Yeah.
And how he truly wants to feel outside of all the, it's really illusion.
For sure. So, I mean, I could put a little context around it. Like, for me, my end game is having a big farm. I could be out there by myself. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you want to feel peace?
Peace, happiness.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For sure. So I know you're going with this. Yes, happiness first. You know what I'm saying? Peace, serenity, tranquility. Fulfillment.
Because happiness come and go.
Yeah, but balance.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's my end all be all is being on the farm by myself with my animals, with my fruit and this shit, just chilling, just laying out there. You know what I mean? It's almost I always compare myself to Thanos off of Avengers. Like, that's what he wanted. He wanted to balance the world, go to his planet, sit there, chill on his. They thought he was a crazy conqueror. That's all he wanted. Bring balance to the world, then go to his planet, sit on his fucking garden, chill. That's all he wanted. So that's always been my favorite character, because I might be big, bad, and ferocious. I'm crushing all this shit, but at the end of the day, I'm bringing peace, clarity to the world. Let me just rest. Mm-hmm. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, comfortable, rest, happy, chilling.
And I'm a girl. So I was born in Mississippi. I think I told you that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so I know a little bit about the country life. And most people in the country life, or who are on farms, do you think they live a fast life or a slow life?
Slow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, slow. Slow.
But and that's your end goal.
Yes.
Is to live a slow life.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get there. So once again, all I do is go to, my life is gym, podcasting. That's it. Okay. I don't party. I don't go to restaurants. I get my food. I'm in the crib. My life is slow, but my grind is fast.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My inspiration is just expedited. I got to get that. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm chilling, I am focusing on the Instagram, cutting shit up. I'm on that. But I'm not out here. I'm not accessible. People will never see me in the flesh for real in real life. Mm-hmm. So it's just an illusion they got of me. But I tell people all the time, look at my page. Where you see me at? Do you see me anywhere? You see me around people? You see me at a club? You see me at a restaurant eating? You never see, people don't never see me eat. So like.
He eats once a day.
Eat once a day, but my grind, and it's in my mind that is constantly going. It ain't even the physical, it's the mental. And once again, one of my things is being a gargoyle, because I love the cartoon, because they come to life at night. I should be a somniac. I'm up all night. And it's this crazy thing about when I moved to LA, when I finally found some success, and when my dream to move to LA, and I did. And all of a sudden, my mom called me. She was just calling me every day when I moved out there. She's like, son, are you sleeping more now? I'm like, yeah. She's like, how'd you know that? Because you found where you wanted to be. You finna do everything you wanted to do, so you found peace, which is crazy. My mom told me that. She knew that I was able to rest. So that's why still my end game is that peace and the rest, because I haven't been resting since I've been 7 years old. You know what I mean? Since 7th grade, I've been on it nonstop. Now I've been outside, the mental, the thoughts, the work. So I never got depression. I done lost millions of dollars, gained it back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even give a fuck. That's in the past. I never get depressed. But anxiety is a motherfucker, because I be thinking 10 years down the line. I be thinking about, I'm here. And I try to be grounded in the present. That's my only, problem. I'm never here. I'm always there. So that's what I'm working on, is just trying to stay here and enjoy. I do got gratitude and appreciation, but it's like, yeah, but that shit could go away. Yeah, that shit go away in a couple years. I don't maintain. I'm scared.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got to keep going.
Okay.
I can't have peace yet. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I want my peace, but I got to earn it. I don't deserve nothing. I wasn't given nothing. Everything was hard, and I appreciated it because it made me who I am.
Do you think that's an abundant mindset?
Extreme.
To feel like you don't deserve peace right now, and you just deserve to just be moving and going. And
yeah, and that's a good thing, having abundance, right?
But I'm saying,
I feel like as a culture, as brown people, we have integrated like success, maybe even love, into like it's only worth it if it comes with struggle.
Yeah.
And I've been working through that myself. I'm like, if I only feel like it is worth it if it comes with that, then I'm putting myself in situations that are probably going to hurt me, and I'm just trying to find a way to make it make sense, because I'm like, I deserve this thing, I want this thing, right, but I know it comes with this certain thing. So to a certain extent of like, nothing is given, especially as a black man. I understand that nothing is given. Like, you guys really got to work towards what you got to work towards externally. Yeah. But when it comes to love, and when it comes to you guys being appreciated, like it should. I really think that it shouldn't be that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't just be like provision just doesn't, it doesn't only come in the form of finances.
Yeah.
Provision is not just monetary.
And it's a shame that we do base it on that, you know. And but once again, we got to do our history and our research on our culture as Black people. You know what I mean? Like, we are new humans. We was constructed and made by these white folks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know no African motherfucker in my family. Ain't nobody got no Ookaboo like the last name. I know my great-great-grandma.
But that's what I'm saying.
So
there's things
like,
that we don't know, but there's bloodline things that we're fighting through.
So what
and
I'm
sometimes
saying,
it's not ours. It's really bloodline battles.
And what I'm saying is, like, we're so new to this shit. 70s, 80s, they put all the gas in jail and put us on welfare. They brainwashed us to chase the money, and we had no choice. All we knew was poverty. All we knew was, how we going? I don't want to feel poor. I want to get teased. I got to get some fucking money. And we always see as our girls that we think is cute. When in 8th grade, they get the college guys in the car and all that shit. I ain't got no car. Shit, he got the Jordan. She like him. Shit, I got to get that.
It's programming.
Yeah, so white folks ain't had to go through that shit. They ain't had to work. We had to get fly. We had to get money. We had to look good. We have to talk. Let's talk. We had to be superheroes, or you're not going to win in this world. No girl going to want you. Ain't no person going to respect you unless you could break his jaw. Like, we were built this way for war. So we're just getting these years. It's 2025. We just got a little space of learning more about, you know, full life. We didn't have no dads around in my generation. You know what I mean? Like, these kids now got some dads around. It's growing. But back in my time, we was trained to be warriors, or you won't win nothing. You ain't gonna get shit if you're not built like this. If you couldn't talk, you couldn't dress, you couldn't fight, you didn't get no money, you had to have all those things on 10. It's over for you. That's it. So I'm trained back in those times. These kids got a little bit better. So we still learning on the fly. I'm 43. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not gonna lie, but I figured those things out that I know I needed. I didn't know that shit we needed about the women loving them. That wasn't taught to learn. We was taught this war crime shit. I was on that. I learned all that. So if I did know that was gonna expedite me and give me a better life, I probably would have practiced that more. But that never was entangled in my life. It was these shits that I mastered. I mastered it. So I'm adding to it now, and I'm open to it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm here to do. I'm not saying I'm perfect because I treat women this way and I just how I was raised. You know what I mean? And I don't move with no disrespect, but it comes to the fact, too, of like, I just can't give you. I work my ass off for everything. I just met you. Who the fuck are you to come and demand something from me?
You've been talking to somebody you've gotten to know her for a while, so it's like, what
she cool. I'm talking about the rest of them.
She cool.
She done earned a little understanding. You hear me?
What do you value about women?
Loyalty, respect, like understanding, communication.
Okay.
And on top of that too, that hustle behind them also. You know what I mean? And work ethic and taking care of themselves. I value that shit. You know, like transparency. Honesty, that's what I honor in a woman. You know what I mean? And it just goes, you know, to a next level when they got that. They gotta be looking good there now too. Don't get fucked up, shit.
Do you feel like you give that to them? Because I heard a couple of things that you said that you value in them, but we've also talked about some of these things that you struggle with: transparency, communication.
Yeah.
You want that in a woman, but are you giving that?
Nope.
Okay.
At least you know, right?
Because it's like, for what? You coming up too much, tell me. I give you shit. You got to earn that. Once again, they got to earn that from me.
But you don't think you need to earn it?
No, give it to me now.
Why?
Look what you coming up on already.
Some women don't care about the look, the whatever you got. Some women don't care about that.
But it's not just, we talk about, it's the total package though. So you could take it what it looks, boo, but I still got communication, talk funny with. What we gonna go with? I got it all.
We're not talking about surface level communication. We're talking about real communication.
Like this, give my heart and soul to you?
No, you don't have to give your heart and soul, but effective communication that don't just have to be deep, deep stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah, but see, that is very important. But I give a great, you know what I'm saying, like dialogue with a woman for sure. My communication is top level too. I sit there and we're gonna get that. You know what I mean? Now all that open up and give, I'm not, you got to earn that from me as a man though, because I got so much to lose as a woman.
You have to earn that, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to hold you accountable. You have to earn that from a woman as well.
Yeah. They give it to me.
Some women have worked hard to get where they are, mentally, emotionally, not even just financially or success-wise, but people put in real work to just get themselves in a very healthy space. And I would say, for me as one of them, like a lot of things I've worked through, and I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you got.
Right.
It's two people who are coming together, and we're both going to earn each other's trust
Right.
and transparency and whatever it is. And that's just, you're going to meet women that way.
Yeah, and that's the highest level, right, of integrating the situation. Like, you're going to be my woman, that type shit. Most time we don't even get there. You know what I mean? So, but if we're going to that level, merging and going to there, of course. But most time women be wanting all these things. We not even on that. Like, we're just having a good time. Like, what are you talking about? But if we own that emergence and going all the way up, which I really done in life, of course.
Say it don't sound like it gets there for
you.
you.
Yeah, it never does.
But why does it not get there? It's not that they don't want that from you.
Right.
And you know that.
Right.
So it's like, something I talk with him about is that he has a way of categorizing women. Like he has a heavy vetting process for who's gonna be his woman.
Right.
But when it comes to who he's gonna go inside, I don't really know what the vetting process is.
I'm a little bit confused.
Go ahead.
Wait, so he has categories of women that he'll sleep with, and then women that
No, he doesn't. I don't think he has a category of women.
So he sleep with anybody. I mean, not just anybody.
I'm gonna let her say it. I'm gonna get to my point, but she can go ahead.
I wouldn't say that it's just anybody, but there's not so many filters. But when it comes to a woman being his girl, being his wife, there's a lot of things that you gotta check marks that you gotta hit up. So I'm very interested to understand how he doesn't have vices, right? In a sense of like drugs or alcohol, but I feel like women maybe.
Yeah, fucking one of them.
Okay,
that's my thing.
Sex.
Yeah, that's my thing because I'm so good at it. I just feel like I'd be depriving the world of glory if I don't bestow this upon something. You know what I mean?
How are you protecting your energy if you don't have a vetting process as to how you are dispersed? That is literally life energy. Like
energy.
You are.
It is, but I don't feel it. See, I feel like I have a great time.
You
but
do. You don't realize you do, but
God
you
damn
do.
it.
That's why
get you off me.
That's why you are avoiding things. And that's like an outlet for you. That's your vice.
That's my thing. Yeah, it's my thing. But it's not like people. But I don't go out my way now. I don't do no extra shit.
It doesn't matter. You're still doing it.
That's true. It is. Don't get me wrong. But I do vet it. I've done better too. So when I was younger, I ain't gonna lie. Let's be real. Like when I was younger, 20s coming up, that was my savior. I get a woman, I go knock her down, I'm gonna be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So it made me so good at it because I was doing it for my existence. I had to live on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing. Like, so when I got older, once I got success, I draw it back. It's not as easy to come get this now. You know what I'm saying? This is difficult to a certain level.
But your friend's saying something different.
She don't know nothing. She's good.
How often do you turn away pussy?
Oh, a lot. Oh,
Okay.
for sure. Like,
I ain't never heard you say that
no,
before.
all the time. Don't ever get a Mr. Screw. So like my old, the one I do the tacos and shawarma, that girl L, she'll tell you like it be so many women that come at me that come at her like he turned me down. I turned down a lot of women. Don't ever get it fucked up.
Proud of you for that.
Like I don't play that shit no more.
Yeah,
Can we get
proud of
it for the
you.
dick discipline? Can I get a round of motherfucking applause? Because I didn't turn down a whole lot of good oysters. And I'm saying I like the deep dash. I like to put my nose in it. You hear me? I'd have turned it. I'd have clamped that motherfucker closing.
Okay, all right.
Get out of here.
Okay.
So like hell yeah, I didn't. Once I got that success, I changed. Like I ain't get in the club. If I was outside, like come on, man. I don't be outside. It'd be fucking over. Can't nobody stop me. I don't give a fuck where I go. I'm gonna be the one in there. And I closed that down for 8 years, so I'm not as active as I used to be. I'm gonna still get my rocks off. I got to. I can't be here this goddamn reclusive man. I ain't no monk now.
You can.
Shit.
You can go without. Do some little self-discipline.
What's the longest time you've gone without sex?
Oh man, I say I had to be a few months though. I done it before. Yeah, I done a few months though.
Did you feel
voluntary?
different?
Voluntary. Always voluntary now.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he was in the middle of something.
Did you feel different, like a difference? Did you feel like you were able to gain a little self-control?
Yeah, it go in spurts too. Cause like even like now to be real, like I ain't done that in like a month. It feel crazy. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like
it feel crazy.
that shit feel weird. I felt like type
Keep
junkie.
going for another month.
Type junkie type. You know what I mean? But it's like but you do feel a little bit lighter on your feet. You feel a little bit goddamn extra oral juice around your posterior
That's what
type.
I'm saying. Like, do you not consider sex is not sacred to you?
It's very sacred.
It is.
It is.
But once again.
But for a person that is very avoidant and that uses that as an outlet,
See?
they're not looking at it as if it's sacred.
You see what I mean?
But can sex be sacred and casual? That's what I was like.
It can.
Yeah.
See?
I think it all goes back to personal beliefs.
Okay.
But in the end, a person that really values sex and want it to be a sacred place, you're gonna end up running into a brick wall and realize like I need to sit my ass down and I need to like really figure out what I need, because obviously pussy is just a temporary fix and it's not really getting me what I need.
Facts.
You know.
But on top of that, like I say, one of my problems, and I ain't trying to brag or nothing, I'm not.
What, Jarvis?
But when you just feel like you the Michael Jordan of fucking,
You feel like you owe it to the
yeah,
you
it's
owe
like
it to them. Like
you type want it's type part of your shit, like you know what I mean? But I get it.
But is this part of the organic brand? Like
Yeah.
I understand that like he's a persona and he's a person. Like they're not an act. I know that they're not an act. However, do you feel like you need to uphold that because it's organic?
No, it's me. Because once again, it's not like I kiss and tell. I don't tell you the girls out. They tell.
Right.
Women tell on me. I don't be telling on these women. They run their mouth about me because they got that motherfucker goddamn Louisville slugger that I did all the crazy moves, because the moves I do, they go tell. I'm up, done, feet on. I'm a crazy man. So like they're gonna tell.
Okay.
So it's like, but I'm not saying nothing. So it's not like I'm out here, you know what I mean, thriving on the glory. I'm not even getting that. But I do know they will tell. You know, I like my name to
like
travel.
it.
Yeah,
You know
for
you
sure.
like it.
But that's part of, once again, it's part of where I'm going in life. I'm that guy. So, and that was always an element of my things I wanted on my trophy board, was being this. These are things that I sought after to be that guy of. I want the crown of these things.
And sex was one?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Tell her what you asked God
I prayed
for.
God for as a kid for two things. I got on my knees one day and I looked up to the skies. I got on my knees and crossed my feet behind my, like, boom, got there and looked up. So my neck is propped up when I prayed. I wanted to be 6'6" like Michael Jordan.
Okay.
6'6". And I said, let me have a big dick too. I got those two things. I'm going to get everything else, God. You don't got to give me nothing else, because I can earn the rest. You got to give me these two. I can't just grow. You got to give me these two. Once he gave me them two,